out in Lanzarote for a British triathlon training camp. Quite a few members of the squad have been out here to escape some of the British winter and get some miles in the sunshine.
Yeah, it's really hard to train back home at the moment, so it's good to come out here, get some miles on the bike and get some sun on your back in the pool. My favourite part of the island, well apart from relaxing by the pool, is going for a run along the coast. It's really nice soft trail and easy on the legs and just amazing views, no one else out there, it's just really pretty.
I also like, we did a ride up Tabiasco and it's a really nice hill and a really nice climb, so that was one of my favourite rides, and I did it in the sunshine, it was beautiful. So
yeah, views from the top are amazing too. Training here at the moment is a lot warmer than back home, so it's good to get away and allow yourself to train properly at all three disciplines, whereas at home you might be a bit more restricted, a lot less riding, a lot more running on the treadmill, so it's a big difference to come out here and have the freedom to do all three sports as you want.
Yeah, I agree with Helen, and for me I suppose it feels, I think Club La Santa kind of gives that training / holiday atmosphere as well as training. It's a great place to relax too, and yeah, just kind of escape from your normal day-to-day life and just do what we do but in a different environment. And yeah, you meet up with different friends and different people who are all do the same sport. La Santa's really popular for triathlon, so you bump into a lot of triathletes, and it's been a great camp and time for us to catch up with other people. I've got to see Helen and a lot of the other British triathletes. It's nice to come under one roof for a while.
It's been great having Speedo here doing the photo shoot with us and some interviews, much nicer than doing them at home on a beach in the UK at the moment, but it's been really enjoyable to spend some time with everyone from Speedo and try out some of the new products.
Yeah, it's been great. It's great to get to know people from Speedo and yeah, spend a lot of time in the product. We've spent a lot of time in the wetsuits, and you learn to love them even more when you're spending a number of hours in the day in them. But no, the great thing is when you're doing photos but you're having fun at the same time, and I've loved the 2 days of shooting here. It's been a good laugh.
One of the weaknesses in my stroke is when I get tired I let my stroke slip and I don't catch as fully as I should, so at the moment I'm doing a lot of drills with my swimming coach back home to try and improve this, a lot of single arm stuff with one paddle, really trying to keep my arm in the right position so it's not slipping back too much. It's going to take a while, I think, just to build up the strength in my arms, but it's something I'll look to address all throughout this year.
A few weeks ago now, one of my coaches, Jack Maitland, and I did some underwater filming of my stroke, and noticed once I got fatigued that I'd drop my left elbow a bit too much whilst under the water and doing the catch. My right arm strokes quite well, but my left arm lets me down, so again I've been working on that a fair bit, lots of single arm stuff, really focusing and breaking down the stroke. And actually once a week we just do a drill focus session, and it's great, so you're not worrying about making times or turnarounds or getting volume in, you're just cracking down on the stroke, and it is really important to stay on top of that. Swimming is such a technical sport.
When you're racing in the elite races and the World Champs races or World Cups, you do hope that everyone is going the right way, but it can go wrong. In our race in the Gold Coast in 2009, we actually all followed the leader and were heading in completely the wrong direction because the sun was a lot lower than it had been earlier when we'd all practiced the course. So you really do have to take the initiative and make sure you're checking as well, just to be sure, and know the course. Swimming it in the warm-up can really help, just so you can know where to sight off and not just relying on that person who might be in front.
A good drill I do for sighting is when you get to do open water practice, you start swimming and you look up after 6 strokes, and then you look up after 9, and then you look up after 12, and then you look up after 15, and you start trusting yourself more, and then you try and look up only every 15, so the less you can look up the better, and I think doing that helps you practice swim straight too.
At my swimming club we do most of our swimming from a time-based interval. We will record heart rate in specific sessions, and the heart rate sessions like the 2100s, and they'll be recorded every time we do them, but most of the time it's just off time, which can be tough if you're having a bad day.
We always work to zones. There's 4 zones that we work to that go E1, E2A, E2B, E3 and E4, sorry I lied, that's 5 zones. So again, that's similar to heart rate, so E4 is working pretty hard, and then we drop down from that, and I think that's quite a nice way to work. And again, we work on interval based too, so it's good to mix it up like that.
When I'm swimming in a wetsuit, I'm definitely a lot faster. In a race, we tend to be about a minute to a minute and a half faster for 1500, I haven't actually timed myself in a pool, but on average I'd say I swim about 2 seconds faster at 100 in the pool for 100 reps.
For me, when I put a wetsuit on in a race, again we'll swim minute and a half quicker, and I've done a wetsuit before on a 100 session and I've dropped my time down to 63, so for me it can knock over 5 seconds off per 100, so for me it makes a massive difference.